I'm Belinda Harris, and today we are tackling one of the most important self-care at work skills that you can have. And that is how to say no professionally and protect your energy. How to say no professionally and protect your energy. Because if you've ever said yes to something that you didn't have time for or didn't have the energy or simply didn't want to do it, if you said yes to any of those things and then regretted it. So it's one thing to say yes if you don't have time for it. If you don't have, and you say yes if you don't have energy for it. Or if you say yes and you just don't want to do it. It's one thing to say that. But if you said yes but you then regretted it, you're in the right place. Today you're in the right place because it's happened to so many people. It happened over and over again. People find it hard to say no at work. Because why saying no is self-care is what I'm going to talk about. Because every time you say yes to something, every time you're saying yes to something, you're saying no to something else. And oftentimes that something else that you're saying no to is yourself. Right? Because you exchange. I'm saying yes to this. I'm saying, because I said yes to this, I'm saying no to this. And the thing or the person who affects the no the most that you're saying no to is usually yourself. See, saying no isn't about being mean. It's not about being lazy. It's not even about being unhelpful. It's about protecting your time, your energy, and your ability to actually do your job well. See, burnout doesn't come from doing too little. It doesn't come from doing too little. It comes from doing too much, too often, for too long. That's how burnout comes. It comes from doing too much, too often, too long. Because there are times where we are going to do a lot at work. There are going to be at times where we do have to deal with too much at work. That's work. That is work. And that's part of our job a lot of times, to do too often sometimes, to do too much sometimes. But where burnout comes in is when you do that for too long. See, think about the last time that you said yes when you really wanted to say no. How did it feel afterwards? Were you tired, overwhelmed, maybe even resentful? And that could be your body telling you that, hey, we can't keep giving out energy that we don't have, right? That could be your body telling you that. But the fear of saying no is that most of us avoid saying no because we don't want to be seen as lazy or unhelpful or risk upsetting someone. But here's the thing, boundaries actually earn you respect. People trust you more when you manage your workload with integrity. And listen to this. Your no's makes your yeses more valuable, right? Your no's, when you start saying no, it makes when you say yes more valuable. Because when you say yes to everything, your time gets diluted, right? Have you ever tasted something that was diluted? Like, you'd be like, ugh, that's not good. But when you say yes, when you can show up fully, people know they can count on you. Repeat after me. Saying no doesn't make me a bad employee. It makes me a sustainable one. Now, the whole purpose of this live is how to say no professionally. Not just why we should say no or how to make it feels or this causes burnout. That's not the purpose of this live this morning. The purpose of this video this morning, this live that we're doing this morning, was to how to say no professionally, right? That's really the part that we're all here to say. Because you want to be able to say no without sounding rude or unprofessional. And here's a way that you can do it. You can say yes to something, comma, but not now, right? That's one thing you can try. So instead of a hard no, you can delay it. You can say something like, I'd love to help with that right now, but my plate is full with current deadlines. Can we revisit this next week? Look how that sounds. Hey, can you help me with this? Is what they come up to you. Can you help me with this? So you're thinking to yourself, okay, what's the professional way that's not rude? I don't necessarily want to say no. You're thinking all this in your head. You can say, I'd love to help with that, but my plate is full with current deadlines. Can we revisit this next week? They don't even really probably feel like you're saying no. Or here's another example. They're coming to you with their, most times, last minute, whatever they need help with, right? They're coming to you. And you're, again, in your head, I don't have time for this. I don't really want to do this. What can I say that doesn't come out rude or unprofessional or disrespectful? You can offer an alternative. Something like, I'm not able to take that on right now, but maybe Alex can assist. Or can we outsource it? Right? Because sometimes somebody come to you needs to be done now. It can't be like my first example, done next week. Maybe it's something that needs to be done right now, today, by the end of the day. And maybe, if you don't have time to do it, you can say, I can't do it right now. I'm not able to take that on, but maybe Alex suggests somebody else. Or can we outsource it to maybe another team? That's one way. The third way you can say something is keep it short and confident. You don't have to over-explain. A lot of times people want you on things on your team because they know you're a good worker. They've heard about the work that you do. And you don't have time because your plate's already full. You can keep it short and confident by saying something like, I appreciate you thinking of me, but I can't take that on right now. Short, sweet, really no explanations, right? Short and confident. You don't have to over-explain. And then a fourth example, which is HR's favorite example, is you put it in writing. Sometimes, now there's times where I prefer to say it, to have the conversation with someone where they can hear me say it and look into my face or hear my voice and hear me say it. And there are times where I prefer to put it in writing, right? They both play key ways in how I communicate with the people I work with. Sometimes it's, again, face-to-face, Zoom, telephone call. And sometimes it's in writing, whether it's an email or a quick group meet chat or a quick text. And in this case, this fourth example, I'm saying put it in writing because sometimes emails work best. You can put something like, to meet our current deadlines, I won't be able to add new tasks until next Friday. Email. Did you see what I did there? I was professional, I was respectful, and I just protected my energy. 1, 2, 3, 4 examples of how you can say no without sounding rude or unprofessional. 1, the yes, but not now. Yes, comma, but not now. 2, offer an alternative. 3, keep it short and confident. And 4, put it in writing. Those are 4 ways that you can say no without sounding unprofessional and without taking away your energy. Saying no isn't rejection, it's redirection. You're redirecting your energy to what matters most. Self-care at work isn't just about taking breaks or drinking water. It's not just about that. It's about setting boundaries that lets you show up as your best self. Sometimes we put self-care at work in a box and it's, well, I drank my water today. Well, I did my breaths. Self-care at work isn't just one thing. It's never just one thing. It's never just taking a break, which I'm hoping that you're doing that. It's never just drinking your water at work. I'm hoping that you're doing that. It's not even just setting boundaries. It is all those things so that you, the one who has been assigned this job, can show up as your best self and produce the best work that you have while maintaining your health, your mental health, and your physical health. That's what it is. That's what self-care at work is. Please share it to someone who struggles with saying no at work. Protecting your energy isn't selfish. It's smart. I'll see you at the next video.